Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one Ritzel at a time, back with Omar Alfaro, running the #1 team in the high desert. You must join. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you? What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody?
Something I wanted to talk to you about today is I have said on many occasions, I think a recession is in the near future.
100%
You and I,
yes,
well, here's the fact. We will have more recessions. I just think this one is closer than most people think. But more importantly, I want to talk about with you. I want to talk about real estate agents, brokers, mortgage brokers, all of these folks who maybe have been in the business 4 or 5 years, never really experienced the business cycle, right? We had a flash recession in 2020 when we shut the economy down. That's not normal. V-shaped recovery, all this stuff, not normal. We will have a business cycle recession. And I want real estate agents to know your job is about to get hard, right? It has been ridiculously easy. I reported on the daily financial news here today. I think the average listing gets 3.8 offers in 15 days. That's not normal. That's not normal. What's going to happen is you're going to get in the contract and then the buyer will get fatigued and will freak out. You will have sellers that do this or that and want to take their listings off. A recession, the consumer, the body of people that I've studied for 30 years will do odd things. And I think it's going to catch a lot of real estate agents by surprise. What do you think?
You're spot on when it comes to, the 3.8 offers in 15 days. I mean, if you're an active broker, real estate agent, and you put properties on the market, you know what's happening right now. Bananas. You really do. Yeah. You're not getting, the thing is, it wasn't like it was 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Okay. So you can start seeing that trend and I'm noticing it. So what am I doing? I'm dropping my prices a little bit to make sure that that buyer gets emotionally attached to the property that I have.
You're already doing this.
I'm already doing it.
Awesome.
You know why? Because I don't want to be, that saying, you're caught with your pants down. Right. When you have all these properties. Yeah, if you have one or two, okay, you can ride it, but why would you? Yeah. Like I'll give up $5,000 or $10,000 to make sure I close my transaction, remove the profits, do it again, and I know, okay, this is what I did, because my house will sell faster than somebody else's that wants to squeeze everything out of the market.
It's the velocity of money. I'm so happy we're talking about this, right? Let's just say you purposely take a 10K haircut, right? If it was last February, you and I were talking. Literally, we can go back in the playlist. You and I said the next 6 months, maybe 9 months will be the best time ever to flip. Ever. It was, but then you were adding 10 grand. You were like, I can wait. Now you're taking a 10K haircut because carrying costs. You want to make sure it closes. You want the buyer to feel like they're getting a $10,000 savings.
100%.
Which means they're more likely to close. Because what happens as recessions start, the buyers get nervous. They see Peloton laying off 2,800 people. And somebody somewhere who doesn't work in Peloton, doesn't even work in the industry, is like, is my job at risk? Am I going to get laid off? Yeah. Are we going to sign up? Honey, are we going to sign up for a 30-year mortgage? Are you sure? Are we going to take all that money out of our savings account and put it in a house? What if we lose it all? Oh, honey, I'm nervous. That is happening. That is starting to happen now. And I think it gets worse from here.
It does, because this is something we're going to be talking about on tomorrow. As a matter of fact, the amount of canceled listings are going to increase in the next 12 months.
Oh, absolutely.
So that means that seller either doesn't trust you, either you blew smoke up there, and you promised them more money than what the comps are going for, because you don't know your business as a professional, and you're scared not to take a listing. Be scared, because if you understand your market and your area, you're going to tell people the truth. And if they like it, great. If they don't, let another schmuck of an agent, to go and pick up that listing, pay the money for the photos, and they're going to have a canceled listing later because that seller was not informed correctly. So it's up
Yeah.
to you, however you want to do your business. But I'm telling you, as a professional in the business, we do that. I'm not gonna say thousands of deals annually,
Hundreds, that's
but
fine.
hundreds. And we kind of know this market where it's going. And
Yeah.
I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not gonna say the percentage because
No,
no one knows.
no one knows.
But I do know something is happening.
So let me just give people percentages on your deal. So let's take one of your deals that you're taking 10K off of. Knowing your market, that's like 1 or 2%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 2%. Again, he's not taking a massive haircut. He's taking it down 2%. So his deal closes. Like, think about this. He takes his deal down 2%. Let's call it 10 grand. But what happens is his holding cost goes down 2 months.
Right.
Oh, by the way, his holding cost 2 months is probably, call it 5 grand. So really what's happening? He's only given up 5K, but the seller, the buyer, excuse me, the buyer thinks they're getting 10K.
Yep.
The buyer's like, hey, honey, because again, I have been through this so many times. I study the consumer so much. They're sitting at the kitchen table or out to dinner and they're like, honey, I know that house is great. I know you had your heart set on that area. We just can't do it. I'm a little nervous about my job. Why do we want to? But and then somebody's going to say, honey, we're getting a $10,000 deal. And they're going to, and that will be the reason they go forward. If you try to
100%.
wring out every dollar, they're going to go, we'll wait for the next one. But if you can make them feel like they're getting a sale, they will likely close. I think it is a genius move that more and more people need to do.
Oh, I mean, I even tell them, like, are you guys looking at your inventory? Are you looking at the houses that have not sold? Are you asking the seller for a $10,000, $15,000 reduction because you were wrong when you listed the property? That's why my inventory isn't even high.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I have that conversation with the seller and say, hey, we got to drop to 10. We got to drop to 15. Do you want to keep the house on the market while everybody else sells? Or do you want yours to be sold? Oh, and by the way, you only owe 50K or 100K. You're probably in a better position than all of them anyways. So what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So it's just talking to people. It's your call. So if I'm advising my sellers to do this, why wouldn't I do it for myself?
I love that. Folks, the other thing, so the other thing I want to tell real estate agents specifically, and if you're a listing agent or a buyer's agent, one of the biggest skills you're going to have is follow-up and being a counselor.
Yep.
You're going to have to carry these transactions to the finish line, both sides, because everybody, I don't know what the ratio is today, but it seems like 99% of deals closed last year, right? If they get in escrow, they close.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it was high. This year, dude, I don't know, 75, that means 25% come out for some reason. The buyer or seller got nervous. It is going to be a different world, and I don't think people are ready for it.
You know what? They're not, Michael, because there's going to be a difference here in the next little while. Like we talked about it. This is what I love to do. And just be like, focus on educating yourself on where you're at in your market. Like, honestly, go talk to your title person. I mean, we get the stuff that's sent to us all the time. It's not that difficult, but what's difficult is not doing anything.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything in your market and you don't educate yourself, then you're going to be like one of those guys that goes and gets another job, or girl that gets another job because you can't figure it out.
Yeah, the last thing I'll say on this topic is recessions is where you find what you're made of. And if you can survive a recession, you ought to come out stronger, bigger, because you have a network, you understand. If you can survive the lean times in this business, it's amazing from there. So,
my gosh,
it's the juice is worth the squeeze. I think there's,
as they say. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And the last thing I will close on this is you've got to join a team that will never stop investing in you. And if you are in the high desert, you need to reach out to Omar and his team. How do you want them to do that?
Guys, follow me at on my IG handle at Omar_Alfaro, or go to my website, OmarAlfaro.com, click the join team button, and trust me, we talk about all kinds of cool stuff and need to be on the team.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.